Who is the mysterious Deathstroke imposter, and why did he assassinate Ra's al Ghul? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman issue number 123, a continuation of Shadow War, and find out together, shall we? So then, the latest chapter of this crossover storyline is called, and I kid you not, Too Many Fucking Questions. Hey, say what you want about Joshua Williamson, but the man certainly has a sense of humor, doesn't he? We see a newly reconciled Batman and Robin head down to the local Supermax to shake information out of some thug. Actually, in a nice bit of continuity, Joshua Williamson references the events of one of Bendis's Justice League stories. Apparently, this guy dressed up as Deathstroke along with several others as part of a bigger plot by the Royal Flush Gang. It's because of that Bruce theorizes that wherever these guys got their completely accurate costumes, whoever shot Ra's al Ghul probably got it from the same place. Turns out the Deathstroke costumes were actually supplied by a guy named Gamby. Yes, that's right, Paul Gamby, brother of Peter Gamby, the guy who makes Black Lightning's suit. Gamby also just so happens to be a longtime Flash foe who's known for making costumes for the Rogues, and oh yeah, it just wouldn't be a Joshua Williamson story if he didn't work in Central City somewhere. It's almost like this guy wrote 100 plus issues of The Flash or something. Now it's well on their way to Central City, Batman and Robin check on in with Ghostmaker, the new leader of Batman Inc. How did that happen? Go pick up the brand new Batman Annual coming soon. Batman Inc. has been running around the globe trying to rescue members of the secret society of supervillains before they can be assassinated at the hands of Talia's ninjas. Most of them were stubborn as hell and didn't want to go along with the program, that is until they discovered that Dr. Moon, one of their own, had already been executed at the hands of Angel Breaker, and they all quickly changed their tune soon after. Now, while the Bat family works this murder mystery from one angle, Deathstroke and his children decide to return to the scene of the crime. Slade figures if he can actually see what this fake Deathstroke saw, then maybe he can figure out who they are. Also, yeah, Rose is just kind of helping out her father and half-clone brother despite the fact that they tried to kill her at the end of the previous issue and even blew her up. Again, just consider this another chapter in their weird dysfunctional family history. And besides, there's a hit out on Deathstroke, his family, and anyone he's ever done business with, and well, that includes Ravager too, so she might as well stay where there's strength in numbers. Now, it's during the Batwing ride over to Central City, Batman and Robin are actually given the opportunity to talk, and it's here Joshua Williamson actually does some very hard lifting in terms of character work. Bruce asks his son about the Lazarus tournament and all that crazy anime fighting to the death he did, and Damian himself actually opens up about his feelings regarding Respawn. Robin admits that this isn't the first time he's had a brother, hell, it isn't even the first time he's had a clone try and kill him, but in Respawn, Damian sees the chance to actually do something good, help someone out in the same way he was helped by Batman and the Bat family, and yeah, there's something admittedly kinda nice and sweet about all that. Hell, Damian also opens up about the fact that he met a girl that he liked during the Lazarus tournament too. Unfortunately, before him and Batman can talk that one out, they end up stumbling into Gamby's booby trap. It's actually Batman who sets off the trap too, which is kind of funny, like he was so shocked by that revelation that his son had met someone it caused him to step on a tripwire. By the time the dynamic duo find Gamby, he's passed out. He's not dead, but he's filled with enough tranquilizer that he's not going to be talking anytime soon. Damian theorizes that the assassination on Ra's al Ghul's life was maybe not what it seemed, and perhaps this battle between Deathstroke and Talia was always the end goal for the mystery imposter. In fact, Batman and Robin come face to face with the Deathstroke imposter, who says that none of this will end until Slade Wilson is punished. For what? Your guess is as good as mine. Lord knows he's done plenty wrong. And those wrongs end up catching up to him too, as him and his family end up getting ambushed by a bunch of ninjas packing heat. Hood of Batman Inc. fame tries to intercede and help the Deathstroke family out, but he ends up getting shot up for all of his trouble. Slade manages to grab one of the ninjas and tries to squeeze him for information, but it's made abundantly clear these guys are way too fanatical ever to turn on their boss. While doing all this, Slade doesn't seem to realize that there's an entire hail of bullets headed his way. Respawn ends up getting in between him and the ninjas, taking the hit. And as the comic comes to a close, it seems that Respawn may have died in the crossfire, but let's face it, his name is Respawn, so I sincerely doubt that. And so that was Batman issue number 123, everyone, and I'm happy to say this one actually breathed some fresh life and energy into Shadow War, an event that I felt was kind of dragging there for a little bit. Well, we're still not that much closer to solving the mystery. It has gotten a little bit more interesting now, hasn't it? Maybe Ra's al Ghul's death had nothing to do with Mother Soul and the Lazarus pits at all. This mystery imposter seems to have some sort of connection to Deathstroke's past. Could it be as well? wife, maybe one of his other dead kids. There's also a pretty cool angle Joshua Williamson is finding too when it comes to Respawn, and that is both Slade and Robin are very interested in this young man because they see him as a chance to start over for each of them. A chance to make up for past sins and do things right this time. It's a very cool idea, and one that also comes maybe closer than any other mainline story has in a while to actually trying to sympathize Slade Wilson. Like, obviously he's one of the worst guys ever, but when you see him cradling another dead child saying not again, it's hard not to feel something. One negative I think we can all agree on is that the art for this crossover series has been incredibly inconsistent. All the costumes in this issue look like some sort of weird tissue paper draped over people. Not a fan. Overall, though, I'd give this one a 7.5 out of 10. It seems that the series has turned the corner, and I hope it can stay strong to the conclusion.
Hey there everyone, Cape Ghul again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Ghul, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.